My name is Kofi Blankson. I'm not an economist. I've studied some economics, but my discipline, I guess, is management. I come from a management background. I studied at the Yale School of Management, and I've worked in consulting, management consulting, advising technology and marketing communications organizations. I've helped buy organizations from a mergers and acquisition standpoint. I've helped advise people on which organizations to buy. And our idea was that we were looking into the future to see where the world was going and how these new entrants could help bolster the corporate portfolio. I've also run businesses. I run the first U.S. subsidiary of an internet business that was able to capture all the information going into the device from the network. The first tracking methodologies tracked at the browser level, but the company I worked for had managed to track at the socket level. And so we had some unique insights into what was going on the technology front. I've been living in Ghana for the last 8 years. And over the last 8 years, I run my own consulting firm, trying to do strategic consulting, given the fact that we're not really a strategic place where strategy is important. I've had to do many other things. I've run an election campaign for a flag bearer for the NPP. I've helped the CSIR commercialize their flagship commercialization product, at least recently, Pozolana, by bringing American investors to the table and helping craft the deal. And a variety of other things. I managed to speak at a couple of things that Amos has been to, which is how we're going to know each other. So I think of myself really, if it's not too grandiose, as some sort of knowledge entrepreneur, is how I like to think of myself. For the last 2 years, I've been involved in a groundbreaking study of how China is operating in Africa. And the idea is to capture some insights that African countries can use to optimize their relationships with China. And beyond that, to present some common front ideas that can be brought to bear at the level of the AU. So there's a more concerted African approach to dealing with China. I have one son, he's 6 years old, and a very interesting kid, and that's my life.
Thanks a lot. But explain, what do you mean by strategy?
Well, I mean, strategy is what you see out there and how you get there. I mean, of course, how you get there can shape into tactics, but again, in sort of the U.S. sense of it, for the people I dealt with, it was really vision creation. Where are we going to be 5 years from now? What's my organization going to look like? What kinds of people should I have in it? And what are the pathways to getting there that are value creating? And of course, the bottom line is ensure that we stay in business and we prosper.
And tell us a bit more about the CSR, because this whole thing about cement, local substitutes or additives for cement has been going on for quite some time.
Yeah, I mean, much longer than you think. Pozolana's origins are millennia old. The first use of the material is, at least the myth is that it was from Pizzoli in Italy in Roman times. And in fact, there are still standing aqueducts built of the material. There are many varieties of Pozzolana, and it's been used worldwide. In fact, about 50% of the cement products used in India have some Pozzolana in them. And the Ghanaian version of it, the Hoover Dam, the footings of the Hoover Dam,
really?
Have Pozzolana. The Golden Gate Bridge has Pozzolana footings. The idea was that, every country has a way of preparing Pozzolana. It's a class of materials, essentially, which basically is called cementitious. The only difference between Pozzolana and Portland is that Pozzolana does not react to lime. Does not contain lime, so it doesn't react to water. So you have to mix it with cement to get that cement lime thing. But the whole idea is that it can give you 30 to 40% saving in the use of cement. And if you think about Ghana, one of the constraints to decent housing is the availability and the cost of cement.
Yes.
So immediately you can see the application.
Let me stop you there. I got very interested because I was reading a brochure produced to mark the 10th anniversary of the passing of J.W.S. Dicker Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, he was the head of former vice president, former head of Belt and Road Research Institute. And so I know it's been going on for a very long time.
Right.
Yes. So
no, I mean absolutely. I mean, in terms of giving credit, because Lana had been on the shelf for at least 30 years at CSIR before Eddie Ayensu asked me to take a look.
Okay.
So it wasn't as if I came up with the idea.
No, you're not saying that.
Yes, but
we'll come to it. We are going to add to our stories around innovation.
Absolutely.